Did you finish your first draft? Seriously? Oh, congratulations. You did an amazing job. But hey, it's not done. Let's talk about rewriting today. You just finished your first draft. Congratulations. Amazing job. Yeah, let's face it. The first draft is so tough. Whether it's like short film or feature or documentary, working on the first draft is a kind of hassle. Okay, but do you think that first draft is the most important one? Of course not. Hey, don't tell me that you did that mistake of sending the first draft to the producer. Oh my God. This is the worst thing you can do. Never, ever, ever send your first draft to a producer. Even if he pushed you, even if he stressed you, even if he called you like 10 times a day and he would say, okay, just no problem. I'm just want to have a look at it. Don't do that mistake. I did it and I paid cash. Basically, the first draft is the emotional draft. You will write that first draft with all your emotion, with all your ideas. Sometimes you don't have any plan. Sometimes you just putting scenes and discovering. Even if you prepare your first draft in terms of research on the character, on the universe, even if you work on the structure before, even if you do a good prep before, still the first draft is the first draft. And basically the first draft is there to set the tone, to go through it, to discover. You would be even discovering things that you've never been thinking about. So basically what you do here is with the first draft, you're just putting everything on paper. The most important thing in the first draft is to arrive at the final scene and say end. But this is not the end. This is the start. Actually, when you finalize your first draft, you didn't finish, you're just starting. This is the starting block. And of course, being in the starting block and rewriting your first draft needs a process. And this is what we will see today. Let's say you finished your first draft, and that first draft, you're happy with it. There are a lot of, action, emotion. Sometimes you'd say, okay, I cried on that scene, I dreamed about that scene, I really love that scene, and you're deeply in love with that version. That's fine. Calm down. Now what you need to do is to sleep on it. Leave it 1 week or 2 or 1 month and come back. Do something else. Read something else. Watch other movies. Get inspired by something else and come back to it. Then when you come back, what you need to do is to look at the screenplay as a millefeuille, like we say in French. It means 1,000 layers. What are these layers? Basically these layers are the different parameters of your screenplay. Let's say you have a layer of structuring, you have the layer of the plot, you have the layer of the characters and several characters. So focus on one layer at a time. So when you rewrite, most of the folks would go starting from scene 1 to the last scene, and they will go in chronological way. So they would write it from the beginning to the end. And this is what they would say a rewriting. No. A rewriting basically is layer by layer. And if I have an advice is don't touch the dialogues. Basically, you can leave the dialogues to the end. Focus, for example, on the structuring. Take the first 15 pages, or the 20. Let's say your first act, and focus on your first act. How's it going? What's the problem? What are the flaws? Is it well balanced? The turning point between the first and the second act. So basically you will go through the structure and you will focus on all these details, the beats, the turning point, the inciting incident or the catalyst. So just focus on the structure. Then, for example, as a second layer, you will focus on the main character, just the main character. So you will follow her or him from the beginning to the end without paying any other attention to the structure, for example, or to the plot or whatever. I know that all these elements are related, but do your best to just stay focused on the main character and do it for the opponent later, for example. And then at the end, when you're gonna write the dialogue, do the same thing. Get into her mind or his mind and just touch, write, tweak, change. Try it. Just try it. Stay focused on the main character as if you are him or her, and you will feel something totally different. I promise you guys. You will feel something totally different when you do that. So proceeding by layers in the rewriting is the most important point. Basically, you will find all these details in an incredible, beautiful book of Jack Epps Jr., Screenwriting is Rewriting. I'm not sponsored by the editor or the writer. I'm just like feeling that I have to pay back because this book really gave me a lot. Thank you so much for today. Hope to see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. See you later. Bye-bye.